back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast for another match day watch along with. This one is not Arsenal related whatsoever, sort of basically, because it is it is a European international qualifier between England and Ukraine, live from Wembley. Obviously, with it being an Arsenal channel, it's kind of got players involved in this game, and they need to make sure they get through it without an injury, because literally in 6 days' time, Arsenal have a big game against Leeds coming up. So I thought, you know what? Even though personally, I can't stand this. I can't stand international football. Haven't done for a long time. Really sort of got disinterested over the years, but it is what it is. But we've got obviously Bukayo Saka, Ramsdale. Even though Ramsdale, there's no point in picking Ramsdale for England because Gareth Southgate would rather have a goalkeeper that's playing for a club that leaks goals week in, week out, instead of the goalkeeper that's top of the league and got the most clean sheets in the league. But obviously got Bukayo Saka. We need him desperately to come out of this game. He played the full 90 minutes the other night. I'm a bit naffed that he's playing today because of the full 90 minutes. We've got a game in 6 days' time. I'd rather he'd been benched today and come on for like 15 to 20 minutes at the end. But no, Southgate being Southgate. And he protects the teams from Manchester. Also, in terms of England relations as well, Phil Foden is not in the matchday squad at all today. He's apparently, with obviously the truth of being the pudding come next Saturday at 12:30 or 11:30. Yeah, 11:30 in the morning next Saturday when the teams come out. But apparently, according to Man City, Phil Foden has had surgery on his appendix. How true that is, I don't know. Again, like I say, being the surgery and having the appendix out and what it does to anyone having it out, he should not be anywhere near that Man City squad on Saturday. Not even on the bench. If he's even on the bench next Saturday, I am going to be livid in the sense of the lie. But aside from that, I am going to sort the curtains out because it is a bit bright on my face there. All natural daylight. Pull my curtain across, so that doesn't affect me there. But yeah, obviously, from an Arsenal perspective as well, obviously Alexander Zinchenko is playing today as well. He's playing in the midfield three. And he's obviously the captain, but also, as I say, it's got to be vital, obviously. Hopefully he's having a word with his team, like his team is marking Saka. Don't go hard on him. I need him, basically. If you even lay a finger on him, you're dead, basically. That's what they've got to do. Why is our bench so small? Jesus Christ. 2 goalkeepers and literally like 6 outfield players available for pick for substitutions compared to Ukraine's bench. Jesus. Obviously, yet again, Harry Kane is playing for England as well and leading the line as captain. You've got Mudryk as well, Chelsea's new shiny toy, starting up top. Well, not up top, but the Ukrainian forward 3. He's starting there and see if he can do anything today in terms of compared to his Chelsea opening exchanges, so they say. If we'll look at your score predictions, by the way, for this game, no matter what side you're on, by the way, get them in. I'll put them up on the screen, and we'll go have a little, obviously, give a reaction to that. And yeah, Jules coming up. This is the first game since he passed. That's it. Oh my days, okay. So George, again, one of the remaining of the 66 lads that won the World Cup. What's left of them anyway? There's actually not many left of them. one or two now of that squad. They're still with us, thankfully. Got Craig in the chat says Craig's put the 11 in the chat there. Because I haven't really gone through it myself, but yeah, England are kicking off as well. Saka's got to send over the ball. Pickford, Walker, Chilwell, Stones, Maguire, Rice, Henderson. I actually thought Henderson retired after the World Cup, but international wise. But hey, Maddison makes his first start since 2019. Bellingham, Saka, and Kane. And James says even Ferguson is better than Kane. Obviously referred to the Brighton young lad striker that's broke through this season. Yeah. My finger's better than Kane. Oh, but he's the top goal scorer for England overall. Look at the teams he scored against. We had this conversation the other night. Look at the teams the majority of them goals came from. Hardly big hitters. And in the big hitting games, he goes missing. Croatia, nearly 5 years ago, 5 years this summer, semi-final against Croatia, World Cup, went missing. Literally went missing. We scored because I fucking Trippier, the fullback, scored for fuck's sake. In the Euro final against Italy at Wembley, went missing. He was missing the entire tournament, to be honest. Apart from when we played Ukraine in the quarterfinals, he went missing. He was missing completely. But in the big games, especially in the crunch moment, he went missing. When we needed him to turn up, one game in that tournament, he went missing. Quarterfinals of the World Cup, scores a penalty, gets another one to put us 2-2 in, back in control of the game. Fuck. The only penalty he's ever missed as well, that I can recollect for club or country. Notice he's not missed a penalty since for Tottenham because there's no pressure there. Great turnout by the Ukrainian fans, by the way. It's a nice. It's like a nice. I think they've been given a lot more seats than they would usually get the way fans would usually get. But with that, they're making more of an atmosphere because it is whatever the FA's situation is with away tickets. It doesn't seem like they give enough away, and the atmosphere is always flat at Wembley. It seems, but hey. Marcin says, "Here we go, boys. Saka versus Alexander Zinchenko, Slavia Lucania. Saka, Vice and Rodri. And Rodri gave Odegaard a what? Yeah, I saw that last night. I saw the clip from my shit. When I saw that, I immediately shut that. So I literally had to go get my phone out over to the my Sky Sports set to get the game up, but the teams up. I made sure it can see if he was okay, if he continued or not. Thankfully, he did, but they didn't even get a booking or nothing. It was just like, no. But Liverpool fans, this is the thing. In the 4 or 5 years that Man City, Liverpool been going toe to toe for the title, when it comes to these international breaks and their players are coming up against each other, these international breaks and all that, not once has a Man City player or a Liverpool player gone out their way to fucking take out the opposition player, basically, be it a Liverpool player trying to take out a Man City player or vice versa. Not once. We put ourselves in the hat for the first time in 19 years, and we're the threat to Man City, and suddenly fucking Pep sending in fucking Rodri to go to Spain and fucking take out Odegaard. We're gonna pretend Haaland's injured. We're gonna pretend he's injured. Oh, by the way, Rodri, if you get an opportunity, try and break fucking Odegaard's ankles. It was. You cannot tell me. The amount of times you look at that challenge, even in the replays, he cannot tell the close up as well. And that close up makes it even worse. He cannot tell me he was not told, take him out if you can, because there was no intent to get the ball. The ball had gone, and he followed through like he wouldn't believe, like fucking with the intent of taking Odegaard out. from an Arsenal perspective. So I was livid. And then obviously, as I say, allegedly today, Man City put a statement out saying that Phil Foden's had surgery on his appendix. And all I've said to that, obviously, when I go and quickly play that back, is Scorpio does that to me. Is if Phil Foden is in the matchday squad, announcing that matchday squad, be it starting or sub, at 11:30 this next Saturday coming against Liverpool, then they've just told us a crock of shit to get him out of the squad. Oh, Harry Kane's offside. What a surprise. But yeah, in terms of international football, everyone, any regulars of this channel, you all know my thoughts on international football in terms of, but more so in terms of England and Southgate in general. As I said, I've sort of come disconnected to England, the national team and all that, in the sense of don't get, even though I covered a World Cup, just gone, the Euros and all that. Even though I've covered the England games, I'm not that into it like I should be. The main reason is down to Southgate, because he hasn't got a fucking clue. I mean, 3 tournaments, yeah, semi-final, final, and now quarter-final. Most recently, majority of players he's picked for this squad for this international break, right? Microphone. I really do hate my microphone. Just hope Southgate doesn't play Saka for full 90 minutes. Yes, near me both. Get him off at half time. I'm annoyed he's playing anyway. I'm annoyed that Saka's playing this game, starting this game, because he played the 90 minutes last time out against Italy. Personally, no matter how the game's going, that's not a penalty. He should feel like he's fucking arse, so he can't get up. You see what I'm saying? I'm not even going, yeah, give that penalty, give me a penalty. I'm not that attached to it whatsoever. But as I was saying, my mic cut out and all that. These qualifying games were a chance for him to sort of start his rebuild, ready for the next year's Euros. Get the players that he wants to be playing in the Euros next year in place, into his system, all ready to go. Not a culture shock, this, that, and the other. Oh no, I'm going to go to China, trusted them. Haven't let me down. Haven't let you down. Have you won a tournament out of the 3 you've managed with these players? No. But no, I'll keep. In the meantime, I'll keep picking my England number 1, who is in a constant relegation, leaking goals left, right, and centre. Occasionally turns up 1 in 10 games, performance-wise, for his club. He's my number 1 because he hasn't let me down. Again, have we won anything? No. Slabhead, the fucking fridge, Maguire, what are you going to call him? What's he done for us when he's mad? Nothing. Harry Kane, he's our captain. He scores the goals. He's the all-time England goal scorer. Again, against minnow fucking teams, against the fucking lots of San Marino. Come against lots of San Marino FC, for fuck's sake. of that ilk. You could probably count on one hand the amount of goals he's probably scored against a big team. Big up with us on Misfit as well. Hope you're doing well, my friend, and keep him safe. Oh dear. I think I said this yesterday in the stream. It was yesterday before I did our stream yesterday. I was in a live watching the Aussie Goon, and they touched on the England game. I said in the chat, because they touched on international football in England and all that, I was like, the FA, in my opinion, back after the World Cup, the FA had the opportunity to show their real intentions. If they were really wanting to win something with this team, this squad of players that we have, they should have got rid of Southgate. If we're being brutally honest, they should have done. If he was threatening to leave, let him go. Okay, then we're going to get someone better in that will get us over the line. You've done so. You've got a sofa. You've hit your ceiling, but we need someone to get us over that line. No. They spent the entire month and a half begging him. His ego's just gone through the fucking roof now. He believes he's untouchable now. It is a complete joke. No Premier League club. When Southgate does step down from England, by the way, be it next summer or whenever, no Premier League club will ever, not even Tottenham, will ever go near him as a potential manager of their club. But somehow he's got the top job in England. Joke. Right. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, he is. Yeah, that's what I was saying before. The team diet was coming up on the screen. He's playing in the midfield where he prefers to play nowadays. Where he sort of kind of plays. That's cut from Modric. Decent ball. And Modric runs after it alongside Cold Walker, but he just runs after it. He doesn't make any attempt to actually try and grab the ball from the air. He just runs towards it. That makes sense. He could just by a fraction put his toe out and grab and control that ball. Doesn't even do that. Southgate is the only England manager because I was washing my hair on the day waiting for you. Says Mr. Tom. Big up, Tom, by the way. Oh dear. That's what I'm doing. See if I can get some there. Let's have a look. That's on the curtain, wasn't it? I'm going to do this aerial as well. Bear with me a sec. Stuck off. There we go. That's that. And Ukraine almost scored, as I say, as I try and get the picture properly. Oh. I love messing about with an aerial lead whilst I'm live. Gotta love it. Oh. I wouldn't rule Tottenham out. They're going through a hard time finding a decent manager after Conte went on his truth run. That's why they haven't sacked him. Well, that and the fact that obviously the payout. Because obviously it turns out, because there was a clause in the contract when he signed on for him, if he got on top four last season, which he did, if he then was then to leave or not leave, if he was to be sacked the following season at any point, they'd have to pay him £15 million, adding on to the rest of his contract. The compensation was he's guaranteed 15 mil. And they don't want to pay that out apparently. You know. So no Champions League for Tottenham next season. Woo! Dodgy handing from the Ukraine goalkeeper. He's in time for manager's in time to go for the ball. The ball was dropped. You can't even go at him for that. Basically, the ball came in from Saka. Good ball then. Kane's way offside, by the way, yes again. And it looks like an easy, comfortable catch for the goalkeeper, but he sort of fumbles it into the ground, and then obviously Madison with that reacts, tries to go for the ball to tap it in, and yeah, collides with the goalkeeper. No foul, nothing. But the ref's been the ref. Eddie would have a lot of caps if I was manager. We all know, Tom. We all know that. I'd also create a fake ID to get Furpo to play for England. Oh dear. I got smacked. I got smacked in the head, because we've got an ice pack on his Goldie's head here. If he's not concussed, if you're his head like that, you'll make sure he's not concussed then. You've got to make sure he's fully aware of his surroundings then, because if anything happens, that ball goes in and he's not reacting to it, that ain't good. Obviously. Oh dear. Other than that, we're 17 and a half minutes in. The game's 0-0. There hasn't been, from either side, or Ukraine had a chance as I turn it on, as in switching over to actual live TV and sorting the area out. They had a chance themselves. They went wide. Nothing on target. Nothing really testing the goalkeepers yet from either team. Even though we're, and again, yes, again, with England, having a lot of the ball, but doing sweet call with it. Big up yourself, Hawk. How you doing? Okay, Troy and all that. I haven't heard from Mr. Bungle, by the way, about what you mentioned yesterday in the live stream yesterday about his new toy. So if you can, obviously drop him a message and all that, and let him know. I'm interested to see what he's got. I want to know what he's got basically, because that sounds interesting, Guinness-wise. Once Easter's come and gone on me. Yeah, if you haven't already, also guys, if you haven't already, do smash that like button and do subscribe as well if you want to. And if you're already subscribed and if you want to become a member, I'll put a link. Let me know, and I'll put a link in the chat, and you can become a member for either 99p or £2.99, whatever one you want. It's a month-by-month thing. You can cancel it any time or put a pause in it any time, basically. And yeah, with that, you've obviously got list all the perks. All the perks will be listed as you go, depending on what band you pick. But you're going obviously the emojis are already set up, and obviously the more members we get, I can add more emojis, so you guys can have more to interact with on match days as well for the men's and women's games, and these as well if you want to. And also you've got membership badges. So after X amount of times, you start off with the first month is the channel logo, and then after that it goes up. It says upgrade. So it's all Arsenal related, be it Neil Williamson, Arsene Wenger, the 2 trophies. I think which is currently Mr. Tom's membership badge currently is Arsene Wenger back in the picture of him from 2002 with the league and FA Cup trophy in both hands, respectively. And there's a few others along the way, Sol Campbell, etc., etc. Oh dear. And all funding as well, all the money from the membership goes straight back into the channel anyway. We got Chris, how you doing? Looking forward to next Saturday against City. I might actually cover that actually because I think I'll let you guys know in the chat. Well, you guys can let me know in the chat who'd be interested in me doing this, by the way. But with the last 10 games coming up, in terms of the title race, obviously the first game back is after this break is Man City v Liverpool, and with the implications of later in the day we play Leeds either way. I have been thinking about obviously covering both Man City, Man City side of things, and obviously Arsenal. Obviously, continue doing the Arsenal, but obviously adding that Man City to the title race until the title race is done. As long as they don't clash at the same time, cover literally both games, like both teams basically, all the way until it's completely done. So you've got obviously the Arsenal watchalongs, which will all be like, obviously the majority of us anyway, we'll be rooting for Arsenal to do our bit, and then we'll have either the biased, the completely biased watchalongs in terms of wanting Man City to lose every game possible. You can look forward to it, Tom, for now. I don't know if you'll be saying that come the day itself or come full time at 5 o'clock, but we'll see next Saturday. England looking good, right? Except that one usual donkey in there. Yeah. Again, we're having the possession. That's what I'm saying. We've got the possession, just doing fuck all with it. And the donkey that you're referring to is just 3 times I've seen him offside in this game already. If Southgate had never given him the armband, would he still be in the squad? Because he doesn't for England. Let's be honest. Against when it matters, behave yourself, Chris. When it matters, Kane doesn't turn up for England. He hasn't done for a long time, in my opinion, anyway. I'm a scumbag of a football fan. I hope we lose. So when I was one of the Arsenal fans or neutral fan when you guys won the league in the 1920 season, eventually because of obvious reasons and all that. I was one of the ones that's going, you know what, it'd be nice to see you win it because obviously how long you've waited as a club and all that, how long you've waited, and plus it's not Man City, etc., etc. Which is what I don't get. Since all that, obviously a picture to two titles out of 3 since, because obviously the defensively title came fell for third in the league. Didn't really put a challenge in the end. It's all good. There you go. City gave it back because of injuries and this and the other in the lockdown season. But then it's now come out in the last couple of months that they are basically being investigated for literal fraudulent behaviour in terms of their incomes and outgoings, money wise, and it's obviously leading to, in terms of their transfer dealings, it leads to them obviously winning multiple league titles. Well done. Kane, go for the ball. Ball's coming by the way from Saka, yet again, great ball. Kane threw himself, missed it, and then just on the floor, laid there. Jude Bellingham's got the ball and gone, boom. And Kane just sat there and gone, it hit off him. Fucking mongrel. But as I say, Liverpool, Man City have been found out to basically cheating for the last how many years? And they're going so even beyond the 13-14 season, which you lost out, you came second to in that season to Man City. So they've cheated you, effectively cheated yourselves out of 3 or 4 other league titles in the meantime. You're finding all this out. We're all finding this out, by the way, not just yourself, Man United as well, etc., etc. And Yourself, Liverpool fans are still going. Not all Liverpool fans. Certain Liverpool fans are going. We'd rather City win the league than Arsenal. You'd rather the honest team in this situation, the honest team that done it the hard way, built this team up to this point over 3 years, etc. So we have spent money. Not going to get out. Not going to disagree with that. We have spent money, but we've done it. We've done it the honest way. You'd rather the team that's done it. You'd rather the team that's done it the honest way not win the league over the team that's doing it dishonestly for over a decade. It makes no sense to me. It really doesn't. Again, I'm not going to go for this. I'm just asking the question: like, how does that logic work? I've instructed further to treat Saka with the respect he deserves. Leave style. Go away. Go away, Tom. Big up to Chris as well. And Saka comes up. He sent the super chat in. Big up yourself. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And then Malenko from Everton trying to stop Saka today. Yeah, that is the battle basically. And then obviously Zinchenko's in around the midfield in that area. It was just so toothless. I mean, Saka's doing so much work. You can be biased from what I'm seeing for this game. Saka is working his backside off here, doing these bits to try and create something here. Everyone else is either being so wasteful or just shit in the final third. That was to the best of them. I mean, what an ego you've got to fucking break the record. Nike, make me some special edition boots to mock the occasion. Scoring against Mino teams. It is what it is. But as I say, even though I'm praising Saka, I honestly do want Saka off half time. If Southgate plays him for another 90 minutes like he did the other night, I am going to be fucking fuming. So I was laughing at Tom's comment. Let's end up next. People under the age of 35 hate Arsenal. I noticed that. We all went to school with you guys being the best team, or one of the best teams, one of the two best teams. But yeah, that's not our fault. It's not our fault in that time frame. Obviously, we were one of the two top teams in the country, let alone one of the top teams in Europe, constantly year in year out in terms of being in the cup. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they massively underachieved in Europe, but you know what I'm saying. Not our fault. Maybe if the owners of the respective clubs of before Roma came along, Chelsea, you guys before Hicks and Gillette and all that came along, if they weren't just happy to be part of the Premier League furniture and actually wanted to actually compete, it wouldn't have been an issue. But that's why. And the only reason why we did what we did back in the late in the 88, 89 season, the early 90s, and then back into the back end of the late 90s, early 2000s. The only reason why we were what we were is because we had a board, and instead of David Dean and all that, that accepted nothing but winning. They wanted to be part of owning a club that actually competes. Yeah, again, Saka's been taken out and now looks a bit jaded. So this is fantastic. Well done, Southgate. Prick. Every time Saka goes down, I'm going to call Southgate a prick. So just give people heads up. But yeah. Oh, Kane, offside again, I'm assuming, because he looked offside. But either way, studs it over the bar. A bit offside again, yeah. Let's have a look. Yep, he was offside, Dyer was offside, Maguire was offside. But he's the one went to play for the ball. I went to school right next to Hubby as well, which is even more of a kick in the balls. But yeah, as I was saying before, until that chance coming on when I got interrupted, the only reason why we were what we were because we had a board that accepted nothing but wanting to be the best of the best, and would do anything to legally, by the way, and legitimately, by the way, to be the best, one of the best, or not amongst the best, and compete for the league titles and obviously cup doubles and this, that, and the other. Died off a bit. Maybe everyone had a chance to catch up with us, but we're now hopefully we're getting back to them days. Of competing at least, if not, and occasionally win the odd league title here and there. And hopefully, in the meantime as well, start changing our fucking history in our European competition because it is dire for a club of our stature. Our history, our actual history in Europe, is absolutely dire compared to others. That's it. I'm pissed as hell that Arteta let go and play for England, who's taken a lot of abuse the last 2 seasons and needs a break. But Saka's one that definitely wants to play for his country. I get what he's saying because obviously Haaland and all that is obviously with Pep doing what he's done with Haaland, basically faking injury, come back, he'd be fine. Possibly potentially done the same with Foden, but by all accounts, we're going to find out on Saturday on that side of things. If he's pulled a fast one there or not. Yeah, we should realistically especially after playing the 90 minutes on Wednesday, whatever it was, Wednesday or Thursday, when we played Italy. We should have then, or we go Modric. Maguire almost set up a fucking sitter there for Ukraine. And Modric was offside about it. He should have literally got on the phone to Southgate and Saka and said, right, you took the piss there. We want him back now. We're not risking it. We don't trust you. And forced the issue. Should have done, but it is what it is. And as I say, if Southgate plays Saka again for the entire game today, I am going to lose my mind more at Southgate because he's clearly protecting the northern the teams from the northern teams, the players from the northern team, sorry, over players from teams down south. Clearly, so there's favoritism. This shouldn't be the case, but hey. Neil's in the chat. Big up Neil says, I'm not happy with the timing of these internationals. We are already down 2 important defenders. We cannot afford any further injuries. Obviously, Tomiyasu out for the rest of the season, as we know. Yeah, I get that one. Saliba is either we don't know the return dates. Because a lot of rumours got to take again in terms of Tomiyasu side for a second. A lot of these injury rumours got to take in terms of return date. Got to take with a pinch of salt. Considering Trossard wasn't meant to be back until after the international break, and out of nowhere in the matchday squad the last time out. So Saliba will be back, hopefully, touchwood, will be back for Leeds this Saturday, or will be back for the Liverpool game the following Sunday, touchwood. But I get what he's saying. I don't want, and when again, I said this earlier, Neil, but if you were in the stream at the time. When I saw the clip last night doing the rounds of Rodri going out of his way to try and take off, literally take Odegaard's ankles off, I was absolutely fuming. And the first thing I did was literally get my phone out, Sky Sports app, check the team, go to the game, check the teams, and see if Odegaard had gone off injured or not. That was my first thought, and then even after that, I'm still fuming either way because the referee just play on. The board gone, the board long gone, and he made that check like, the fuck. So personally, I don't know if Norway got another game to play now or not. I know he's the captain of Norway, but get him back. If it's against any of a team other than the Minnow team, get him the fuck back. personally, I would have got Saka back after we played after the Italy game. I would have get on the Southgate saying, "Don't trust her. You've done this to him. We need him rested. You're risking it. We don't need that sort of risk. We want him back. We'll make up a story, whatever." Saka. Three wasteful opportunities there. We will need our top place, especially for Liverpool, City, and Newcastle away. Yeah, I think what goes in our favour in terms of Liverpool itself, I get what you're saying, and I agree with you. But I think what goes in our favour of Liverpool at Anfield is that they've literally got City on. They've got City this Saturday coming. They've got Chelsea midweek after that. Then they've got us on the Sunday. I think that's what goes in our favour, as long as touchwood and all that. We don't get any injuries in between now and then. We should be fine. Should be fine. Be honest with words. Oh my God, Kane scored. Is he offside? Tap in FC from Harry Kane, but is he offside? There will be VAR check probably because there is VAR and all that nowadays. But as it stands, England has scored. I'm not even like, well, hey, get on. Let's kick on now. Just means Saka get Saka's arse off at half time. I keep saying it. I've said it the entire stream. Get Saka's arse off that pitch at half time. Saka's on. Really close one there. Is it a ball from Saka? Oh, what a ball from Saka. And Kane is onside, but what a ball from Saka. I personally don't. Again, I agree with you. I'm with you there now. The only reason I'm doing this stream is we've got two Arsenal players involved, and with you guys, I want to make sure they both get out of this game unscathed and get back to Connolly ASAP. That's the only reason. If there was no Arsenal players playing today, if Saka was rested and Zinchenko was rested as well, respectively, I wouldn't be doing this watch along. I'll be brutally honest. Please get Saka off. He has not had a break for 3 years or so. Yeah, because of the fucking COVID and all that. Yeah. Could we tell Southgate that one, please? Hope Odegaard's ankle didn't blow up. Thankfully, I think he finished the game. So after that challenge, so I'm assuming until I'm told officially, by the way, in terms of via reliable journalists, I am going to assume he was okay, and it's still to be okay. But now must change the scoreboard to 1-0 to England. Yay! That's what I'm saying. This is Arsenal. I'm fucking buzzing. My mood and my energy is so much better than this in terms of a goal goes in for the team I support. That was for England, by the way. In terms of when I say I support, in terms of reference in England. I know that. I'm just saying that literally I wouldn't be doing it myself. The only reason I'm doing it, the only reason I'm watching the game or whatever and doing this stream is because we've got Saka and Zinchenko on the pitch. I want to make sure, along with you guys, that they both get out of this unscathed. Go on, Saka. Oh, what a goal, Saka! Oh, my God. See, I can get excited because there's an Arsenal player. What a goal, Saka. If you haven't already, Neil, if you're not watching it, get over to Channel 4 quickly. Oh, my God. What a goal. Top bins. See, I can get excited for that because he's an Arsenal player. And that connection, you can't take that away from me in that sense. But what a goal for Saka. You could see he was looking for the opportunity and he took it. What a top bins. Oh, dear. Give Saka. You're saying this, Tom. Go on. After you've just seen that, you're still saying it now. Because if he plays 95 and he's injury free and fresh as a daisy come next Saturday, after seeing what you've just seen, an assist and a goal in space of 2 minutes, are you really, 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 really going to want him to play more minutes? Let alone against you guys next Saturday. What a goal, Saka. I'm going to go on Twitter now. My Twitter's going to be going mental. I can guarantee it. This bloody thing. There we go. Lovely. He's unbelievable. How can he not get player of the year? I don't know. The only way he cannot get player of the year is if we don't win the league. And because ideally, not ideally, the usual thing is that the team that wins the league, a player from that team wins player of the year. So if we do win, assuming we do our job on the pitch and win the league, the title and all that, he has got to win, not just player of the year, but young player of the year as well. And even if you want to give it do individuals and all that in terms of you don't want to give it both to one player. Player of the year, Saka. Young player of the year. You still have to go look at an Arsenal player like a Martinelli or Odegaard. Would Odegaard qualify? His age? I don't know what the cut-off point for a young player is. But like Martinelli's, I'm trying to think now. Musk, Gabriel, it's Salibas. Benjamin, I think again I don't know what the cut-off point and all that is for young player. But yeah, Saka's got to. I'm sorry, he's got to. The only player in terms of club form this season, in terms of the league itself, the only player to reach double figures for both goals and assists. 12 goals, 10 assists for his club in the league alone. We've already qualified for the Euros now. Yep, that's done and dusted. See you next summer. Well, we've had to win it because we've got a twat in charge of our team. I think for Arsenal, it's got to be between Odegaard and Saka. I'm edging towards Saka, yeah. I get that. But I think it will be. If it was between them two, it'll be close. So, in terms of the voting on the fans on the Arsenal.com and all that, it'd be so close. But yeah, it's more likely to go towards Saka because not just because of his goals and assists, his contribution this season on the pitch, but just because he's one of our own to connect that connection itself. He's been. No one comes near him in terms of what he's done this season. And people go, "Oh, Haaland's top goal scorer." Yeah, he's a fucking robot. But the majority of the goals have come against. Majority, by the way, I said majority of Haaland's goals in the league have come against. With all due respect, side teams, but teams you'd expect him to score against. And then he scored one against us. He scored against United. He scored a hat-trick against United in the 6-3 game. But yeah, I'm just saying the majority come near. One comes near him, spot on. Not exactly, yeah. It's mad to think that as well, that the fact that we can. The thing is, that obviously it's like about Odegaard and Saka. I agree. I think they'll be, for me, the top two in that sense. But you could literally put every player that's played a minute of football for Arsenal this season in the league. You could put every player on that list and let the fans decide. And the percentages will be so close from bottom to top. But even in terms of right, I think a top five. If you was to pick a top five, you guys put your own opinions in the chat as well, even if you are neutrals as well. If you was to pick a five Arsenal players to be put forward for the Arsenal player of the year, who would it be? For me, obviously, Saka and Odegaard. But for me, it's going to be Saka, Odegaard. I'll be throwing in Zinchenko as well for the third option. Ben White for the fourth option. Thomas Partey for the fifth, assuming nothing happens between now and then, meaning we couldn't put him forward. If that makes sense. I'm not going to go into it again, but with the allegations of his name being put through the mud and all that malarkey. Yeah, I'll put him in there. So that'd be my five anyway, as it stands. Obviously, assuming nothing bad comes our way in terms of that side of things. Granit Xhaka, Saka, Odegaard, Xhaka, Ben White and Zinchenko for Neil. Haaland is born to watch Saka. Yeah, exactly. Saka does so much on ball, off the ball. He just does much more. Haaland, sorry, for Man City. He's a tapping merchant, penalty merchant. On and off the ball, he doesn't do anything to get you off your feet. He just puts the ball in the net. This is his job, with all due respect, but he doesn't try and create anything. He wants others to do the job for him. He just wants to be the one that gets all the glory, basically. Yeah, it just proves my point, by the way, in terms of just taking the equation. If it was just an open floor with all the players that have played even a single minute for Arsenal this season in the league, you threw him a win. You would find it hard to say who's going to finish, who'd finish where, and how close it would be. Haaland is a modern day Clive Allen. Yeah. That's going back a bit, showing our age a bit there, Neil. Oh dear. Alright, jump this a sec, get a bit of this. I'm a few seconds away from half time, by the way. And we'll play that. Your words, not mine. But you're so both our ages there. But even I know who we're talking about. Bloody hell. Here we go. Full time. I wish. Half time. England 2, Ukraine 0. Saka with an assist for Harry Kane, and then 2 minutes later scores a fantastic goal for England as well. Top bins up. Literally couldn't ask for a better goal from Saka. In general, which actually got me off my feet for an England game. That's saying something. With that, I mean, going by what we've seen as well, England deserve to be winning, just very wasteful, as always, under Southgate. But it is what it is. Oh dear. How are you feeling, Neil? That'd be interesting, obviously, Steve, and any other gooners in there. How are you all feeling ahead of the Arsenal v Leeds next weekend? Taking out the equation of obviously the early game between Man City and Liverpool. How are you feeling ahead of going into that one against Leeds? Well, at home, I think. Yeah, again, I say every game pretty much. I've gone on there long. I think we'll win. Okay, Ryan, nice catching up. Speak soon, man. Take care, and fingers crossed. All our players, I think just will come back. Yeah, and yourself. Take care of yourself, and we'll chat in the group chat later as well. In the group chat, the Arsenal misfit paying for Leeds. Hopefully, touch wood. I think again. I always say. I was saying last season. The fact we're at home. I always say we're at home. The fans will be up for it as well. Especially if all our players, well, no matter what, but even more so, if all our players come back from international duty injury free. not us, and then Sleeper's either on the bench or starting ahead in that game as well. It's going to be the atmosphere is going to be insane, and basically, I think that's going to be the difference between us winning that game and not winning that game. I think we will. I honestly do. I would say I've been giving Tom crap since the last match day and all that, because they won Leeds on 4-2. He's big freeze boots and all that. Yes, the injury factor is huge, but yeah, that it is. Yeah, as I say, if all our players that got out do come back injury free, and obviously then Saliba potentially could be on the bench or starting. Worst case on the bench on Saturday. The mood around that place will be insane. I think that's been a major factor this season, and how the fans in general have approached every game, not just the big games against the top rooms. I think it's going to be at Derby, but the Chelsea's and all. Well, they didn't play Chelsea, but like Man City and United and Liverpool, they have been. We've been fantastic, consistent from every match from start of the season all the way through, home and away. Away have been always been fantastic, but the home support has always been a bit of a joke from the outside from the outsiders and all that. With the library comments and all that. Can't say it about us this season. You cannot. And the fact of the matter is that when we played, even against Bournemouth the other week, the atmosphere throughout before and after was really good, obviously, but not one of the best, but still there, consistently there. And in that last minute winner, the fact that winner from Reece Nelson as well, again, one of our own. I said at the time, the fact it was one of our own that came through the academy in the midst of a title race, on his weak foot, did what he did to get to 3 points, the last kick of the game, and the stadium just went. I could hear it. I could hear it on the actual when Paul Merson doing the commentary for the game on Sky and all that. At that point, I just gave up. It was like I was listening to Paul Merson praying and hoping and all that, because my stream had been a pain in the arse today. I was a bit too stressed. So I thought, Paul, you can calm me down. Off you go. But yeah, the place erupted. You could feel the eruption of the end when Reece scores that goal, and it's just been consistent. And I think again that's going to be a key thing for us next week. As long as the fans turn up after a 2-week international break and we've got nothing to moan about in terms of injuries or whatever, bring on Leeds. Nice. It won't be an easy 3 points, but you know what I'm saying. It'll be 3 points in the bag. Hopefully, touch wood, and hopefully Liverpool, hopefully, can do us a favour and take either 3 points or 2 points away from Man City early in the day. Mate, I don't want to say, but if Liverpool turn up, take three, at best case scenario, take 3 points there, and we do our job right in the day. 11 points. And even though they've got a game in hand, that still has 11 points. We've then got to drop 12 points, and they've got to win every game. And we've got to lose 4 games between now and 10 games. It'll be 9 afterwards. But you know what I'm saying. I'll be so much more relaxed going forward to the following Sunday. But yeah, I'm loving it. I'm just I'm taking it game by game in that sense, in terms of one game off, took one game off, one down, one down, next one down, next one until there's no more games after that left. Oh dear. Let's do that, because I don't want to get carried away, because I'm old enough to remember, obviously 89 I was 6 days old, 91 I was 82, but I'm not lots of 98, 2002, 2004. I can say I've been in this situation before, because I've supported this team in them situations years ago. When you've, I think Neil might back me. I don't know Neil will back me up in this, or whoever, around my age or older or whatever. But when you've witnessed what we've witnessed in terms of title charges and title wins in the past, you realise while we're not getting carried away, but also we are still, even though we're being reserved, we are given the props away we're given them because we've been here, we've seen it in generations gone past, and so we know what it is. We know when a team's in the title race. When our team's on the title race, it's I'm gonna put it. When our team is in the title race and on the verge of winning something, you have that feeling, and we're having that feeling that this could happen. That we're still being reserved in that sense. After the younger generation, I can understand a bit nervous and all that because they've not been here. The ones that are what 20 plus, what the young generation, I'd say 20, 21 years old, whatever, and younger, that haven't ever experienced or old enough to remember the last time we won the title. I can understand why they're nervous and this, that, and they don't want to get carried away, but they're excited at the same time as well. And they're sort of relying on the older generation to say, "Look, calm down. We've witnessed this. Da, 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 da. It will touch wood. Either this season or next, it will happen." I mean, form suggests again that our seasonal wise, Premier League wise, our seasonal form suggests we will get over the line. But obviously, this is crunch time now. After this international lull, it is literally heads down and crack on. There's no more interference. So it's like stoppages or nothing. No more breathing space. It's literally game in, game out, all the way to the end now. First title charge for me was 88, 89, followed by Arsenal since the 70s. Yeah, as I said, I was I was born May 20th of 89, so I was only 6 days old when Arsenal won the league at Anfield and all that. But obviously, I did, like, as a blow up and support Arsenal, I did my history and did my digging and all that. I've still got the books and all that and videos and this and that. I've got videos crying out loud. But even then, even more recently, the 89 DVD, the co-up of Amy Lawrence, Lee Dixon and all that. So again, you see that. That's another reason why I have been comparing how Arsenal have been this season, this team's been this season, in terms of the similarities of this season compared to the 88-89 season. Both eras hadn't been in a title charge for years, hadn't won a title 18 plus years. Out of nowhere, you get a young manager coming. Well, in terms of George Graham, still a young manager at the time in that sense. He had experience of Mill, but still a young man in a trying to go toe to toe with Kenny and all that. So Kenny, Dalglish and all that. When Ferguson was just about to come around the hill as well. Not focal Arsenal since '96. So again, not focal in the chat since Arsenal since '96. So again, even you're old enough to remember the '98 season, kind of. 220 in your age, sorry. You're old enough to remember the '98 season, 2002, 2004. So you've like myself, like Neil and others in the chat. Because we've been in this situation in terms of witnessing our team in a title race, either getting over the line or not. We know the difference between a team that we notice the small details of an Arsenal team that's able to get over the line or not. Hence why we're not going overboard in terms of saying that definite, because obviously it's Man City different times and all that. This is still the young. Again, people need to remember this is the youngest team in the league as well. Going toe to toe against oil money, going on loud, and we're doing fantastic. Let's not get it twisted. We've done fantastic. We do need to win a trophy this season to make it all count. Otherwise, the great football we've been playing will be for nothing. But 10 games to go. This is a crunch moment when our young players. This is where Zinchenko, Jesus, and even Jorginho to an extent, and Partey as well, because obviously he won the Liga, I believe, with Atletico a couple of years prior, coming to us, a few years prior to coming to us. So this is when they individually come into their own. But in terms of Premier League, from a Premier League point of view, Zinchenko and Jesus, this is when they both come into their own because they've been here for the last few years with Man City. They have that know-how. They have them leadership skills clearly to get us, get them the players that haven't been there, get around, calm them, and just guide them through these next 10 games. And if they do that, that's invaluable. And no matter who you think what we spent for them two players and what they would have potentially then given us, it's unbelievable in the modern day. But oh my days, I'll be honest. If we again, assuming that obviously we do our thing and we continue down this road, and the next 10 games we see it over the line and all that, we become league champions for the first time in 19 years officially. Oh dear. I'll be annoyed. I'll be one way or the other. Tuesday, I'm getting tickets. I don't not care. One way or the other, I'm getting tickets for the Arsenal v Wolves no matter what. So no matter what, I'm going to be there. But even though I think because that's on a Sunday, we do it. I'm assuming the trophy parade will be the next day on the Monday. I'm going to that. I do not care. I am booking the time off for that on the Monday. So, right, sorry, I'm there. I am not missing that. I love the money. I'm going to enjoy. I'm going to lap up every all of us. So even if we can't get to the guys can't get to the parade or whatever, we have to watch it in the stream. But we just lap it up, enjoy it because it's again. This is the key thing. This contrary to what the rivals want to think. This isn't a one-off season. This is just a start. And I genuinely can't wait to see how this that really kicks on then. Players going out for UK players going out for the second half, by the way. Go back into the chat. Moss saying since '84, he's been an Arsenal fan. I have a feeling Liverpool will get something get the City off. They do. Oh my days! Even if it's a point, and as long as we do our job a couple of hours later and win our game, fantastic. Yeah, as I say, but obviously we need a time we organise something, meet up and all that. Ourselves, Melvin, hopefully Andrew can come down with his boys and all that, and on the day itself and all that. Get down here. Stuart, I'm trying to think. Russ, get Russ down. Sam and all that. Get all the guys down. Everyone down. Liam, you name it. And if hopefully touch wood. Gary can time it right as well in terms of his next visit. His next visit's due and all that. If he can time it right, Saka's playing out. Say, Southgate, get him off. What are you doing? Yeah, as I say, if Gary can get the timing spot on, even me up with him as well, hopefully, on the trophy parade as well. Do some recording on my phone, this, that, and the other. Get some footage together and put it on the channel as well for anyone that can't get to the parade. Obviously, get a bit of a glimpse of the field and day itself. Assuming do a good job, obviously. But yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Oh dear. Getting tickets will be tough for Wolves, but I will be at the ground for the Wolves then. Yeah, I'm literally I'm setting my alarm. Not tomorrow night. I'm setting my alarm. I'm off Tuesday anyway, but I'm setting my alarm on tomorrow night. Sorry, for get myself up. I'll be up at certainly first 7. I'm up. Double checking what time the tickets are on sale. I think it's 10. So I'll be literally from 9 o'clock onwards. I'll be ringing the place, ringing at the box office, and saying, keep me on hold. If I do get there before 10, keep me on hold, please. And also in the fucking 10 a.m, that's it, yeah. So 9 o'clock, I'm phoning up the bloody box office. And if I do get through early, by some miracle, I am literally saying, do not hang up on me. Keep me on hold for however long I've got to wait. Please keep me on hold. And at the same time, on my phone as well, on the online browser as well, just in case, see which one I get through first. But yeah, either way, I'm doing it. If it means I have to do it on the phone, I have to do it on the phone, but I'm on that phone. I've got that number ready, saved to my phone, I'm ready to fucking go. And if literally come to 10 o'clock, I do get through, as I say. They say, okay, we'll keep you on hold, whatever. And come 10 o'clock, and as soon as they take my phone at 10, sorry, tickets are sold out. Dodgy fuckers, give me a fucking ticket now, you bastards. Literally got to be on it or something. I've got to be on it Tuesday. Got to be. And that's anyone that's trying to get tickets, be on it. Because the ticket system is flawed as anything at the moment. Ticketmaster and Arsenal have sort themselves out. I was in an AST meeting there a couple of weeks ago, and they had in two people from Arsenal that work on that side of things. And I'm very, as I say, did not help my concerns whatsoever. Made me my anxiety went up even more. Hence why I'm saying 9 o'clock. I'm getting on the fucking phones on Tuesday. Craig saying in the chat, Saka has reached entirely different levels. Too much sauce. Ballon d'Or is literally a stone throw away for a young baller. Yeah, yeah, 100%. You can't disagree with that, but obviously UEFA and FIFA will be what they be. Got a corner there for England. I'm annoyed. No subs have been made, by the way, from either team, but more so from England. And Saka, as I say, has come out for second half, so I'm a bit annoyed there. But it is what it is. I don't think they care. The money is coming in, so it don't matter who bums are in the seats. But it's more, for me, obviously from our perspective, it's more the fact that within minutes of it saying it's sold out, you go on these touting sites, ticket sites, ticket versus touting sites. But anyway, and the tickets you would have got with your membership are up on them toutings, up on them sites by the touts, for fucking hundreds of thousands of quid. And so some poor fuck, they're going to pay the money for it, especially with the circumstances of what's around the corner. They'll pay the money. Oh dear. But yeah, it's what it is. Either way, either way. I've even got a friend of a friend basically on a case just in case, because my brother wants to because my birthday's a week before, on the 20th. Obviously away for that game, so obviously the closest home game to my birthday is that last game of the season basically now. And he wants to. My brother's like trying to get basically saying, can you find out how to get tickets for like the club level and all that for yourself and like for both of us to go and all that for club level for that day. Like your birthday things. So I said, I'll reach out to people I know that know how to get club level tickets and all that, and or box ticket. You know what I'm saying, that a bit of the club level, whatever club level tickets. One from him. I'll reach out and see what I can find out. I've reached out, and basically, this person in question is keeping an eye out, ear and an eye to the ground, basically. Let me know if he finds anything. But in the meantime, either way, I'm not going to put all my houses on that coming through. Obviously, just I'm putting the backup as well. And if the person pulls through for me, I then got two spare tickets to give away. Then two lucky gooners basically that could witness something historic with this young team. Could be the opposite word at the moment. Crap today. Wish you luck with that, Ryan, and yourself. I'm assuming you'll be trying yourself as well, Neil, or have you already got yourself sorted for that game? But yeah, either way, wish you luck. I know you'll be doing this, trying to get tickets yourself. So wish you luck as well. Made the best, best man and woman, the child, and all that. Had the luck basically. Oh dear. Yeah, definitely gonna try. Yeah. What fucking worst case scenario? the worst case scenario is obviously going up in a day. Gary can finding Gary or someone to take over the channel for the day, and obviously to host a watch song and all that. Live stream from hopefully cover the trophy lift. Hopefully, if we do the job, that's wood. Do all that, and I'll just get a few people to go together to group of us to meet up, go to the Tonington or whatever nearest public show, a game basically, and just then literally break our necks down that stadium, see if we can sneak in for the dip. Then next day get ourselves back down there for the parade. I want to be with our people. Yeah, we've again. Contrary to popular belief, everyone that's outside of Arsenal, we are the most Arsenal fans are actually the most fucking. How can I put it? Patient. We're the most patient set of fans you'll ever meet in England. The fact we've waited would be 19 years for this. Oh, we've waited 30 or 31 years. They had to they threw the old Champions League every now and then as well. Let's not forget that. But yeah, for 19 years league-wise, we've waited for this. We've gone through the mill as a fan base, as a club. So this could potentially top any title win I've ever witnessed. Really, if we pull this off. Okay, I'll catch you soon. Take care, everyone. Yeah, take care of yourself, and yeah, I'll be there, ticket or not. I'll see you soon, Ryan. Yeah, definitely. As I say, we'll chat more on the group chat later, my friend. Should my phone's 5 now? Yep. What we are, I mean, 10 minutes in the second half, by the way, still 2-0. The game itself, the game itself is back. Been that dire second half wise, quantity wise, it we just want to talk about trying to get tickets of Arsenal and things like that. Yeah, and talk about Arsenal in general. But yeah, the only reason I'm doing it, I'm watching this game, giving it any airtime, and doing a stream with you guys is literally Saka and Zinchenko, making sure they both get out of this game alive, unscathed. Check how we're doing over on YouTube and the old stats and all that. I did go in a third country. Go. Oh dear. As I say, can we bar so I can get Saka off? I know I'm boring people by saying about get him off. Please just get him off. Get him off and get him back to London currently ASAP. Also, by the way, guys, it does seem like I will be doing a podcast, Arsenal-related podcast on Tuesday this week coming. Just got to confirm the time with New York Ryan and name's got Glenn, New York Glenn as well. Got to confirm the time with them. So obviously that is, it's not too late, but obviously not too early for my friends and this that, and the other. But yeah, that's definitely looks like we're going ahead. Just got to confirm the time, and yeah, keep an eye out for that. Basically, in the next 24 hours, the stream going up live for you to turn your reminders on and all that. And then obviously Wednesday, we're doing the Watchalong, the Champions League Watchalong for the Arsenal women at home to Bayern Munich, second leg. Hoping to turn around a 1-0 deficit. And then I think on Thursday, I don't know about Thursday, play it by on that. Friday, nothing planned yet. I was away. And then literally, it was a busy day for me. If you guys want me to, I'll actually put a chat in a poll in the community post after the stream. You've got a few days to vote in it as well. But not only covering, obviously, not only do the Arsenal watching on as well at 3, but 2:30 going kick off at 3 and all that, and then the match of the day stream later on that day. But potentially, if you guys wanted to, I'll do a literal bias watch along of Liverpool, Man City v Liverpool. And if that goes well, continue to do bias watch alongs concerning Man City until the title race is dealt with. But then next Sunday, we've got Arsenal women at home to Man City women, who, by the way, Man City women won today against Chelsea in the WSL 2-0, comfortable 2-0, by the way. Chelsea didn't turn up. I think it's more of a, fuck Arsenal in the top 3, we've got to drop bollocks and all that, and they did. Yeah. Screwed us a bit there, but it is what it is on that side of things. But we go again on that. As I say, that's the last women's game then. We've got an international break from a women's point of view for a week or two, and then it's back underway for the last weekend of the season, plus potential semi-finals of the Champions League, hopefully. And then what happens on Wednesday? Here we go, Saka. Oh my God, the waste of spaces in terms of how he came in. I didn't see that medicine, I think it was. Working Tuesday, but we'll watch when I get home. Yeah, no worries. I'll tell you, time-wise hasn't been confirmed yet, but the day itself has been confirmed. We're just organising the time. But as soon as we do that, the stream will be set up, and the community post will be put out there to give you guys the heads up. And again, if you don't catch it live, you can catch the audio. You'll be able to catch the audio on the go as well. Within half hour of the live podcast ending. Well, it looks like Ukraine are making some subs here. We're about to make some subs. Got 3 players getting ready to come on, getting their final instructions. Oh dear. What because I'm fucking winning this game on there for Ukraine. Barely had the ball, and when he does nothing with it. That was got quiet, but just I was just like to add to that really. At the point I can check it, won't I? So bear with me. That's a file. What's a file before? Go away. Launchpad. There we go. Seriously. What are we doing over? Second notifications. That's a bit odd. Someone's retweeted a very old tweet of mine, basically. When was this? When was this? Euros 2020. From the Euros, basically. Yeah, we're tweeting a bloody. So if you're tweeting an old link, I might get you using an old Euro 2020 watch along. Hey. So celebrate and have a good time. We're going to get together. Again, so Ukraine's making this up, by the way. I think Zinchenko stayed on. Didn't pay attention, to be honest. I'm a bit concerned with what's 61 minutes into this game. And Saka's still on the pitch. No results have all been made in general, but Saka's still on the pitch. My main concern is Saka. Being an Arsenal fan, that's my concern. Second to that is then Zinchenko. I might put my light on there, actually. Saying all that. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'll ring light. I've got to put the red on, so I've got the red fading back. Oh, yeah, otherwise the ring light's just pointless at the moment for the day. It's because I'm at where my setup is, natural light's coming in. I don't know. The ring light's the ring light I've got is actually really good. Actually, it comes in good use. I'm doing podcasts in the evening and all that. Lighting this one's never been great, but yeah, helps out a bit. And they've obviously got optional colours. You can do literally the normal colour, more clear white colour, what you called it. Well, options, obviously, there's like multiple things going up, multiple colours going in one hit, huge chains, and there's obviously like blue, green, red. I've got it in red at the moment. It said a few other colours as well, yellow and all that. Saying a lot, I'm just talking about, so I spilt a lot of crap about my ring light compared to this game. I'm not talking about this game at all, really. It's just speaking out of the game. Obviously, games in terms of result, England won. It'd take a miracle for Ukraine all of it back here. It's like both teams are sort of going through the motions. Neither team's say that. Neither team's really trying to go out their way and overdo it and score a goal or anything like that for me, like get back in the game for Ukraine and all that, or to extend the lead. Nothing. It's just beating them out, which is bewildering. Bewildering even more why Southgate is not making any subs yet. Why he's allowing Saka to keep. I think he's allowing because I'm after fan. I don't care. Might upset a few neutrals out there, but I don't care. My concern is Saka from the England point of view, and then Zinchenko afterwards. The Ukrainian side of things as well, but my main concern is getting Saka off this pitch, and the seconds are ticking by, and he's still on the pitch, and it's really annoying me now. He's got his assist, he's got his worldly goal. Get him the fuck off. The guy doesn't need to be on there now. The game's gone. Get him off, get him rested, and let him get his ass back to London Colony. If it was still phoning, get him off. Half time. Madison has been quiet. I'm so quiet. But it's not completely slagged off, but been quiet in this game. There's no real impact in this game whatsoever. Natural daylight and fans at Wembley in the upper tier have got their phones out, lights on. There's natural daylight. Okay, sure, why not? You do not like this England in terms of the home game, I've not liked it. Since they launched it for the World Cup, I've not liked it whatsoever. It's just a basic Nike template, like a current Nike template. It looks cheap. It's just horrible. I don't like it. I try to go for a fucking retro 90s feel in terms of the colouring and all that. It just doesn't work. I'm more thankful actually they actually do away one because the away shirt I like. I've got to say I do like the collar and all that. Because they didn't go the template. They actually the Nike template. Yeah, actually tried something there. They did the collar I like as well and all that. It's red. I'm all, and that side of things, I'm a huge fan of. When it comes to national teams, the home and away shirt being the traditional home and away colour, no matter what country and all that. Don't mess about with it. Just traditionally, the away colours for England are red, all red. But occasionally, Umbro did it as well. Umbro did it for a few years as well with the old. The Euro '96 kit and a few other kits along the way. They did a little messing about bits and pieces. Never liked them, if I'm being honest. Always up the road. The Arsenal mystery says I feel bad for the Ukrainian players. They have much more pressing matters on their minds than this match. I'm not surprised they haven't really given England much to think about. Yeah, I'm not getting. I'm not. When I say the game's beaten out, I'm not digging out Ukraine or nothing. I'm not going to try and get back into it. Just say this is what I'm more having to dig itself because the game has petered out the way it has since going 1-0 and 2-0 up, or more so 2-0 up respectively. The game's petered out now. There's no need to have certain players on the pitch like Saka to get him off. But he's continued. He's giving them fucking loads of minutes. It doesn't need to. The game's gone. Get Saka off. Get a few others off. Give Ivan Toney. Why is Ivan Toney still not playing a game yet? A foul, just on the other block, free kick. Why is Ivan Toney yet again? Second time he's been selected now. What's the point of selecting him? Oh, we're gonna select him in even though he's got all these potential bans like these charges hanging over his head and all that. I still selected him because it doesn't bother me. But you don't play him though. It doesn't bother me though. We're not playing no Gaya. Give Ivan Toney some minutes. We've got 21 minutes to go plus injury time. Give him the minutes now. Why not? But the game's done. What have you got to lose? Oh, he might show Harry Kane and score a few goals. Oh no, but the pressure to drop Harry Kane, not captain. Never. Can't do that. Got Saka and Madison both saying over this free kick. Saka's sort of positioning himself to, I don't know, go for the shot maybe. The angles, I say the angles again. I don't know. I don't know. It might be a coy to throw him off and make what cost us in. But yeah, there we go. Saka, dummy. Oh, that's poorly executed there. Both Saka and Madison gave the impression initially that Saka was going to go for it in terms of a shot. Did the dummy, and then Madison sort of, oh, I've got the ball, touched it. There you go, have it, and done a heavy touch. Saka's then trying to literally quickly get the ball under his feet and have the shot off, and it just went wayward. No, never we get Saka, please, please. I keep saying this. I'm getting annoyed. I'm getting annoyed now. But I keep saying it. You guys might get annoyed with me by saying it, but it's one of my team's in the title race. He's our key player. I do not want him getting shattered to the point where he comes back on Saturday for us, plays, and then runs himself into the ground where he's then injured for Liverpool. No, 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 no. So we bloody need. If I was playing on the bench, I'd be wondering what the point of being there is. These guys also need playing time to be able to gel with the team. Exactly, and get used to the system in the international manager. Exactly, because there's a like it or not, there's an international tournament around the corner come next time in terms of 2024 next summer in terms of the Euros in Germany. Again, me and Liam said this after in the midst of being knocked up by France in the World Cup. That right now Southgate, if he's going to stay on, he needs to now start building a new squad in terms of dropping certain players. Going to have to start being phased out in terms of being dropped fully and all that, and start building a team that's going to be capable of winning the Euros in Germany in 2024. And that literally the first opportunity he's got. What's he gone and done? Tried and trusted with certain players. Tried and trusted with certain players, and not having it. Harry Kane being one of them. I don't know if Sterling's injured or not, but he's not. Rashford pulled out it. Rashford, I'm injured. Off to go to the. I'm going to the USA though. Yay! Oh, African 3-0 Jude. Mate, we wouldn't. You know what? Might be a bit of an outlandish remark, not remark, but a transfer remark to say. If we do win the league, I want after to go after Jude Bellingham. Go and get Declan and get Jude in as well, and go for it. Get them both in. Obviously, Declan being the competition for Partey, changing, etc., between league and Champions League, etc., whatever. Doing that, and obviously, in terms of is Zinchenko going off? No. In terms of Jude and getting him in, he's young, hungry, got years ahead of his career as well. Champions League, he's got experience in the Champions League in big games as well. Turns up, he knows Saki or no Declan. We got Declan in, Ramsdale, Benjamin, etc. So he'd already wouldn't need time to set him in and all that. So that's the side of thing because he knows a good chunk of our squad and international duty. He's a fantastic player at the end of the day. It adds more depth. Yeah, Ramsdale's on the bench. He's not because Pope's got injured. Ramsdale got upgraded. Ramsdale got upgraded from number 3 goalkeeper to number 2 goalkeeper. Imagine that. The goalkeeper that's England's number 1 has been leaking goals left, right, centre for his club for the last 2 years nearly at Everton, but he's England's number 1. England's number 2 got relegated last year with Burnley and is doing well this season. Don't get me wrong, but straight from the off, as soon as he went to Newcastle, got promoted to number 2. Aaron Ramsdale. All the 3 keepers we've mentioned there, he's been the highest positioned English goalkeeper in the league since even last season wise. These are number 3. Get that around you and Owens. And because the number 2's pulled out injured, he's now number 2, but he's not getting no minutes. I mean, what's the point? I know these are qualifiers, but look, with 15 minutes to go, and no subs have been made yet, still. But yeah, he's not in the 11. Not Pope. Pickford started as always because he can never be dropped. No matter how badly to his club, other than that, once in every 10 games he turns up. If you're lucky, with an out this world performance. Well, on me. And yeah, Ramsdale and Fraser Forster on the bench. Oh, this guy's doing my head in. Make my subs, get me Saka off, please. It's not really making sense. I'm just saying get Saka off in any which way. Just to get the words out of my mouth because it's doing my head in now. These are, in terms of this time of the season, you consider we had a World Cup as well, halfway through the season, but a World Cup chucked at us as well, forced upon us. These minutes of Saka again, there's too many. It's too many. I don't care what anyone says. This is too many for someone like Saka. Well, in general, for any player, but from our perspective, from an Arsenal perspective, this is too many. Going into the business, the literal squeaky bum time of the Premier League season. The game's done. We've won the game. Make some subs, i.e., get Saka the fuck off that pitch. Otherwise, you're going to tie him up to the point he's going to run himself into the ground, and eventually he'll pull a fucking muscle, which will be season ending. It'll fuck us on the pitch. And I'm sorry, club. I'm club above country when it comes to football nowadays. Arsenal, in terms of this, guys, Arsenal pay fucking Ramsdale's wages. He's contracted to us, not England. I know it's meant to be an honour that play for your country, but this is a joke. And people wonder why. I have an issue with Southgate as a manager of England, or just manager in general. The guy's clueless. Well, looks like Ivan's getting ready to come on. So Harry Kane's going off. He's been protected. It's a joke. It's a fucking joke. If he makes one sub, it's to get Kane off that pitch. I'm going to be fuming. Chris is asking, do you think the big nations should have automatic entry? Obviously, host nations in terms of it, the tournament itself. I think, yeah, Tony's coming on. Don't think anyone else is coming on by the looks of it. Don't get why Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank's part. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank is an he played in England, but he's Dutch. Yeah, Southgate. Since Hasselbank was sacked by Burton, Southgate decided to bring him into the coaching staff. That's a red flag there. But yeah, so back to your question. In terms of obviously host nations, they already qualify. So I think because of that spaces you've got, I think the top 10 in the rankings in terms of World Cup. So World Cup wise, top 10 in the world when the draws are made for the qualifying. Top 10 teams in the world should be exempt from the qualifying and just be put in at this point because it's just too many games of all this. Not just too many games. It's just like they're gonna get there. They're gonna go there anyway. So it gives, if anything, it will give the smaller nations a chance to get to either a Euros final or a World final. That way, what way you look at it. In the Euros perspective, I say the same again. After you got your host nation spots, literally in terms of if it's a one team or a duoship hosting, whatever. Again, the top 10 European teams in the world rankings should then get a spot because again, like I say, you're giving them, because one way or the other, 9 times out of 10, the teams in question will qualify anyway. So you know you're giving them the spot, and you're then allowing more of an open competition and chance for the lesser teams to get to a major tournament and finals. Yeah, Harry Kane's been protected. Harry Kane has been protected more. He's getting more protection than Saka. I mean, he's waited 80 minutes to make the sub. It's one sub. Ivan Toney's coming for Harry Kane. Saka's still on the pitch. So there's a potential where Saka's going to play a full 90 minutes times 2 in a matter of, what was it? I'm trying to think. Wednesday, I think it was, we played Italy. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Basically a few days he's done that. Okay. So I'm telling you, you've got your debut players come out of Cosby now. Everyone else is not going to get any minutes whatsoever. A joke. Southgate has made England play with more calmness and authority. Calmness, I'll give you the calmness in terms of on the ball and all that. Oh, look, with our Saka's down. Fantastic. Oh, and he's limping. Thank you, Gareth. All because you will not take him off. Fucking joke. Get him off the fucking. He's getting me irritated now. Getting more irritated about it. I'll give it. Yeah, in terms of on the ball, I'll be able to play walk harmlessly, but authority, I wouldn't say authority because we won nothing yet. When it comes to playing the teams in and around us, in terms of the Frances of this world, Croatia back in the few years back, Italy on Wembley's turf, on our own turf. Where was the authority then? We went, and again, again, Croatia 1-0 up in Russia. Where was the authority there to go and kill the game on our own turf against Italy in the final? 1-0 up within 2 minutes. Where was the authority to go and kill the game off? Instead, he tapped you and no, can't do that. Handbrake on. Shut the bed. Gareth tactically then. Obviously, he's what he did in the Euros. And in the World Cup, first decent team he played in the World Cup was France, and look what happened. 1-0 down, 1-1. Then 2-1 down. Had a chance to make it 2-2. And then Hurricane did what he did. So for me, when you say authority, I see it as get to the finals and get at least win one of the 3 tournaments we've been in, at least win one of them. Then I could say, yeah, the authority's there because obviously we've got the recent know-how to get over the line and win silverware as a country. But I'll give you the calmness side of things in terms of how he's playing and all that. But it is what it is. Old England team used to draw with Algeria, bottom of the group, Costa Rica, and lose to Iceland. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that. This is borderline ridiculous though. The thing is, it's got to get to a point now with Southgate that it's do or die now for the Euros because of coming so close in his first World Cup in Russia. The semi-final was there. The final of the last Euros, when it was on our turf, effectively on our turf the entire tournament because of COVID or whatever. The majority of the tournament was on our turf. The final itself was at Wembley. Coming so close there, and then obviously quarterfinals of the World Cup here. Partway through a season when players were at their freshest as well, underperforming in my opinion. It's got to come to a point where he has to now. Or Grealish and Gallagher get to come on. Can you get Saka off, please? Please? Make me happy? Nope. Well, so far it's a no. Number 11, Maddison. Maddison's played fuck all minutes and he's getting subbed off before Saka. This is the first game he's played since 2019. He didn't play him at all the other night. He's getting subbed off before Saka. Fantastic. Jude Bellingham as well. This is why I don't like Southgate. There's many reasons why I don't like Southgate. This isn't one of them. He's not helping the cause, put it that way. I'd say, I hate to say sack Southgate, but I support a hand over to a better. I support a handover to a better manager. Yeah, I think he's reached in terms of getting us to a certain, getting us belief was to a certain level. He's done that. I think he has reached the ceiling where he can't take us any further. Basically, a better manager with this group of players will get us over that line. But his ego's got to his head now. So that's pissed me off. That really pissed me off. 2 opportunities there to take Saka off for Grealish or Gallagher there. He's hooked off Maddison, who's played better minutes compared to Saka now. Literally, they played 85 minutes basically today. That's it, Maddison. He's been hooked off. Saka's still on the pitch. He played 90 minutes the other night. Looks like he's playing 90 minutes again tonight. This has really annoyed me. I wish I was London now because I'm really annoyed. Why would I think Southgate would use his brain and help us out? Game's been dead for fucking since Saka scored that second goal. Since the game's been dead. Why? Why not take him off? What's he got to gain from keeping Saka on the pitch in a dead game like this? It's not bad. That's what I'm saying. He's done all that. That's again. I can't criticise him for that. But I think I think to an extent he's now reached this. Every player manager has a ceiling, right? I think he's hit that ceiling with this in terms of his career in England as a manager. I think he's hit that ceiling. A better, more established manager, a winner, gets us over the line now. Can take this on, take on the good habits he's brought, the good, as you've mentioned already, keep them going, and then add a bit more just to push us over that line. But it won't happen because he's too stubborn. He's too stubborn to go now. And knowing the FA, they'll probably give him another contract before the Euros because he qualified. They won't wait to see that he wins it. Oh no, just in case, they'll give you a new contract beforehand. And we're stuck with him. We found the Euros next year, and then stuck with him for another 2 years for the next World Cup. By then, the majority of this squad, that are young, vibrant, and hungry, will be fucking hitting the peak of their careers, or over there and retired, respectively. I can't see Harry Kane at the way. In terms of World Cup wise, I can't see Harry Kane at the next World Cup. There's no way on God's green earth that can possibly happen as a starting striker. No way. Well, we definitely want to see Henderson here. I think in terms of international football wise, I think Henderson will probably retire after international wise end of next year's Euros, whenever we go out or win it or whatever. Can we please get Saka off? Come on, this is ridiculous. He's now played the entire one full match, and he's about to finish another match, but you're protecting the likes of fucking Jude Bellingham. He's played the same amount of time, by the way, but you're protecting him, getting him off. Madison played not even half the fucking time, basically, compared to Saka in his international break. But you're protecting him. What, because he's in a relegation battle with fucking Leicester? But you won't protect Saka? No. Looking at the odds, the favourite is Pochettino. I would not take him. And Brendan Rodgers, nope. Wouldn't want either. Okay. But no, 3 minutes injury time. So yeah, Saka's not going to get taken off. There's no point taking him off now anyway. No point. But no, I wouldn't have either. Poch. I mean, Tottenham aside, went to PSG, world class players, and what happened? I know it's PSG, but didn't exactly pull up trees there. He's a club legend as a player. Didn't exactly pull up trees there. We need a winner. We need a manager that is a winner, not just a name that'll put in a few new faces and all that from the fans' point of view and sell some shirts. Gallagher's crap. Gallagher is crap. International management is the manager equivalent of going part time. Yeah, literally. And you pay good money as well. I think not only need to actually pay good money still, full time wage money basically. Still as a part timer, I can imagine. I'd take that all day long. Okay. I had to pick up. I only have to pick a few squads a couple of times a year, and the occasional tournament for a month and a half. Fantastic. Give me the money. Sick of the, sick of the stress of the day to do. Management applied for an international post. Yep. Again, I've said it. I've said it numerous times about Southgate in general, from obviously him being in the manager perspective. I've said it numerous times. There is a clear and obvious reason why no one, and I repeat, no one, has ever looked to hire Southgate since he was sacked in 2009 from Middlesbrough. There's a clear reason. Yet he got the job here because he'll be yes sir, no sir, feedback's full sir. And for all the good that he's done, what we've mentioned already, with Chris and all that, all the good he's done, there's negatives, and the main negative is he's a fucking yes man. He's like the ultimate yes man in modern day football. There we go, 1-2-0. Saka played it. Saka has come out, looks injured. He had a bit of a fall, literally, as the last few minutes. He had a bit of a fall on the ground and looked a bit. But he's got up. He's looked fine since, so no problems there. He's come out of it injury free, but I'm annoyed, as you can tell throughout the stream, that he had to play. He's been made to play the entire match. So Harry Kane got 10 minutes rest there, and a few minutes on the other night as well. He got some rest. Maddison plays half the minutes that he's played as well. He gets hooked off near the end. Saka has to play the entire match. But look, it is what it is. And again, as I say, against Zinchenko, from an Arsenal perspective, he's got out of it stage. He's out of it stage 3 as well. He's out of it in that sense. No, yeah. So yeah, we got out of it in terms of injury free from that perspective tonight. That's the reason why I did this stream tonight, is to cover this and make sure, in terms of with you guys, make sure Saka and Zinchenko got out of it alive. They have. They now get them up. They can now get their asses back to London Colney tomorrow morning and focus on taking on Leeds on Saturday. But that's it now. Let's get Saka back now, and then hope to God that that's other God and all get their asses back as well, safe and sound. But I'm extremely annoyed with Southgate there. There was no need. He could quite easily after that first half, at half time, he could have quite easily made subs, 2 or 3 subs at half time. One of them being Saka coming off for Grealish or whoever, and it would have been fine. But no, for some reason, in a game that petered out that second half, it wasn't end to end. They were just going through the motions because the game had been won, etc., etc. Oh no, Arthur's keeping out there for no reason, just to piss off Arsenal fans. It just seems like it. Madison, relegation battle. Off you come. Joke. You know, when I say unscathed, I mean in terms of a physical injury. He hasn't been taken out in terms of an injury, muscular or worse. Pardon me. And minutes. I'm fuming, by the way, in terms of minutes he's had to play over this international break. Even Arteta would protect him off the pitch in both games, but hey, that's saying something. But in terms of physical injury, be it muscular or a break or anything like that, he's come out of it unscathed in that sense. He's walked off the pitch, he's fine in that sense. It's just, minutes. So now he's done all that and he's now got more minutes. He's got 10 more games of 90 minutes ahead of him. Obviously, he's going to have games where he's going to be hooked off now. For example, on Saturday, we go when we go to play Leeds on Saturday at the Emirates. If we are 2-0 up or 3-0 up with 15, 20 minutes to go, he'll be hooked off because of what's happening now. Just to give him the respite ahead of the following week and things like that. It's going to be more of a, okay, the game's done, I'm going to get you the respite that you need, even though it's week to week now, to make sure there's no chance of you being taken out basically in that sense. But yeah, it is what it is in that sense. So to kick on with this, I'm just thankful both him and Zinchenko have come out of it, as I say, in terms of physical injury, muscular or otherwise. They are ready to come back and kick on for next Saturday. But yeah, minutes wise, I'm feeling there was no need, especially today. I mean, the other night he's getting kicked to smithereens by Italy. Doesn't take him off. Tonight, yeah, it's technically tonight. There's no need for him to play, really, if I'm brutally honest. In terms of after the first half, he could have quite easily been taken off. It wouldn't have affected the game whatsoever. But Southgate being Southgate, oh no, you must finish the game no matter what. But hey, it's what it is. We kick on now. We move on now to proper football, the club football now. Focus on the title race now after this. Thank fuck. No more international football until June. Yay. I mean, the international football end of the season is pointless, but must get the money in. Oh, Toby Fury. Steve, Arteta will be absolutely livid. I'm going to turn this light because now the lights getting dark out there, so my red light is kind of starting to have an effect on the screen here. So I'll approve by doing that. There we go. We're changing it to pure white. This is all what you get. Oh dear. Yeah. Aside from that, yeah, Saka assist, fantastic goal by Weldy goal. But yeah, we just need to concentrate now. Got a podcast coming up on Tuesday with Glenn and Ryan from over in the States. Just need to confirm the time with them, and then I'll let you guys know on that, being a community person on social media in general as well. And then Wednesday we are doing the match day watch along of the second leg of the Champions League quarter final between Arsenal and Bayern Munich at the Emirates. Hopefully Liam and Andrew and a few others can be able to join us for that one, so it's not just me losing my mind whilst we go through the motions of that game. Hopefully the girls do the job there and get ourselves into a semi-final of the European competition there. And then that's Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, might do something, I don't know yet. I'll let you guys know on that, see how I feel after Wednesday in general. And then Saturday, as I was saying, I've got a poll up. As I finish, in the 5 minutes of finishing this stream, I'm going to put a poll up in the chat, in the community post here on the channel. Give you guys the option of basically if I should be doing with the title race now going to be full effect as of next weekend. Should I cover every Man City until the title race is done? Should I cover every Man City game as well as Arsenal game, obviously, but every Man City game as well until it's done? And even if it's colliding, cover the Man City game with every Man City opponent, including Man City Liverpool next week, as a biased watch-along. I'm literally, it's going to be on the thumbnail. In terms of I'm going to put on the thumbnail the complete biased watch-along in terms of wanting Man City to drop points, etc., as most of us will do. In the thumbnail, it'll be on there, be on the title, everything. I am not hiding the fact that I'm going to be shameless in the sense of it's going to be a complete biased watch along in that sense. If we do go ahead and do this, by the way. But after that, I'll be doing the straight away. As soon as that game finishes, within 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes, I'll be literally going live again for the at 2:30 next Saturday for Arsenal versus Leeds at the Emirates. We'll have a chat with Game, see if we can do a bit of a stream share thing. I'll chat to him later about it. We'll stream the other and all that we're doing now. See if he's interested in doing that. So neither of us miss out in terms of bouncing like the like me and Andrew did last Monday, and then that's a day later on that evening, no matter what happens on in the day itself, between Arsenal and Leeds and etc. That's a day stream next Saturday, about 20 past, 10:30. That'll be going live for that. And then on Sunday, Arsenal women playing Man City at Bournemouth. We'll be covering that. Lottie will be joining us for that. Hopefully a few others will be able to join us for that as well. Hopefully the girls do, again, for the international break. Last game for the international break for them. They get to do a job in Man City and put us some good stuff for this title race in WSL. It's a football race. It's mental, but there's literally it's 3 points between the top four. A 3-point swing, like literal swing. It could be literally one result could swing it all. It could be a different leader every match day. And we've got a game in hand over City and Manchester United, respectively, who are currently top 2 in the WSL. Because, as I say earlier on, Chelsea did lose to Man City today 2-0. Which puts them further in the point behind us. But yeah, we've got two big WSL games coming up in between the international break. First Man City and then after the international break, Manchester United away. If we can come out of them 2 games unscathed. Oh, what a running we've got then. Cannot wait. But yeah, we're going to wrap things up now, guys. I will see you guys on the other side. As I say, see you on Tuesday for the podcast. For myself, Glenn, and Ryan from America. And then on Wednesday for our next watch long, which, like I said, will be contesting at Arsenal's women's team going head to head with Bayern Munich for that spot in the Champions League semi-final. Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening, morning, afternoon. I'll see you on the other side. And as always, up the Arsenal. Come on, you guys.